Well, maintaining our focus on the story, Mr. Sanjay Raut, who's entering the courtroom right now, he has spoken to the reporters who were present there, and he has said that this is a conspiracy to finish people like him. He has said that he's going to fight the system, he's going to fight the battle in court, and he will come out clean. That's the word that he has put out. Mr. Sanjay Raut, when he was entering the courtroom, he spoke to some reporters, our reporter who was present, and he has said that this is a conspiracy to finish him. There is nothing substantial that the agency has. Vinaya Deshpande with us on the broadcast. Vinaya, a posturing and in fact a strong and assertive posturing. That's what Mr. Sanjay Raut wants to put out in the public domain.
Well, absolutely. This is exactly the line that he has been taking since yesterday, that this was being done in order to target him, that this was an effort to muzzle the voice and to finish off the Sena. And this is what he has said today as well while entering the courtroom. He has told reporters that he will not bend, that this is something that he will continue to fight, that it is an unjust and unfair arrest which is being done due to a political vendetta. So Sanjay Raut there, defiant as ever, saying that he will not budge, he will not bend, he will continue to fight, and the cases against him are not just false but have been filed due to maligned intentions. So clearly, Anusha, that is the stance that Sanjay Raut has been taking, very aggressive, very vociferous, and that continues even as he enters the courtroom today, as the ED is going to seek his remand after his arrest.
Vinaya, please stay with us on the broadcast. We are also breaking down some more details of what the strategy of Mr. Sanjay Raut is going to be, as that hearing is all set to begin. Mr. Ashok Mundargi is set to represent Mr. Sanjay Raut in the court. Another lawyer, Hiten Vangyokar, is appearing for Enforcement Directorate. But Mr. Ashok Mundargi is a well-known lawyer in Mumbai. He's a senior advocate. He's known to represent some very high-profile clients, including a lot of business clients. But yes, he's a well-known name in the Mumbai legal circles, and he will represent Mr. Sanjay Raut. Vinaya, tell us more about his legal representation and also the lawyer on the side of the ED.
Well, ED is being represented by Hiten Venegaonkar, a very senior counsel, but we were expecting that like last time when we had seen central agencies had actually brought in the ASG to represent them, we were expecting that some high-profile lawyer would possibly, the ASG would possibly be brought in, but let us also understand Hiten Venegaonkar is somebody who has been representing the central agencies in the Bombay High Court, which means it isn't just any public prosecutor or a special public prosecutor who has been brought in here to sit for ED, but a senior lawyer who has been representing the central agencies in the Bombay High Court in several important cases has been brought in to represent the ED this time on Hiten Venegaonkar, a lawyer who has been practicing and representing agencies for at least 12 to 15 years. I remember covering cases when he used to represent Adarsh at one particular point in time. He will be representing the ED right now, while Ashok Mundargi, as you rightly pointed out, is somebody who's a senior counsel, who's a kind of a celebrity lawyer who has handled several high-profile cases. Ashok Mundargi, who practices both in the Sessions Court as well as the Bombay High Court, known as the legal eagle, known as somebody who has aptly handled several criminal cases. He has been brought out for the defense of Sanjay Raut. So that will be the kind of argument one watch for. In some sense, Anusha, this is also a bit of a letdown, because if I may say so, we were expecting that some different names were possibly likely in the making for representing Sanjay Raut, and right now, Ashok Mundargi's name has come up. He's a very well-known lawyer.
But I'll just come back to you in a second. I'm just going to put out some more details for our viewers as we are tracking all the developments which are happening at the court. In some minutes, in few seconds from now, the Session Court will begin hearing the Enforcement Directorate's plea against Mr. Sanjay Raut. They are seeking his custody for 10 days and we are expecting the hearing to begin in few moments from now. All eyes on that very crucial hearing. What is likely to happen? The Enforcement Directorate is going to present their side of the story. They will put forward the evidence or the kind of recoveries according to the agency, what they have got so far. What is the purpose of their custodial interrogation is also something that ED will have to inform the court. ED is seeking a 10-day custody, Vinaya, and Mr. Sanjay Raut, as expected, will oppose this.
Yes, this is what we hear, that ED is slated to seek a custody for 10 days for Sanjay Raut. This is ostensibly on the grounds that he has allegedly failed to cooperate with the investigating agency, that he has missed summons in the past, that there is a procedure that the Enforcement Directorate has been following, and that they haven't yet got satisfactory answers from the Shiv Sena MP with respect to the questions that were raised by them. So right now, these are all the grounds that will likely be sought, that will likely be used by the Enforcement Directorate to seek the custody of Sanjay Raut for 10 days. But Sanjay Raut, in a mood to oppose that, Ashok Mundargi, a very senior lawyer, will represent Sanjay Raut, and he will oppose the custody that will be sought primarily on the medical grounds. There will be an opposition, but ED, being represented by Hiten Venegaonkar, will possibly seek a 10-day custody for Sanjay Raut.
Ridhima, this side. So we continue to track all those developments. We are now expecting Sanjay Raut to be produced in the Sessions Court. The big question is, will the ED be able to get that 10-day custody, or will Sanjay Raut get some relief on the basis of medical grounds? My colleague Vinaya Deshpande continues to track all those developments for us. Vinaya, just to recap for our viewers today, all the things went delayed as per schedule. There was a delay from moving Sanjay Raut from the ED office to the JJ hospital and then eventually to the Sessions Court. First, just talk to us about who's representing whom. What do we know so far as the legal team of Sanjay Raut and Enforcement Directorate as well?
Well, Ridhima, as of now, we know that Ashok Mundargi will be representing Sanjay Raut. He's a very senior lawyer, somebody who has been known to be a legal representative in several top cases, celebrity cases as well. While the ED will be represented by Hiten Venegaonkar, again, somebody who has been representing the central agencies primarily in the Bombay High Court. So the fact that the ED brings Hiten Venegaonkar, who mainly practices in the Bombay High Court, and not any PP or SPP, Special Public Prosecutor, from within the Sessions Court itself, shows the seriousness with which ED is treating the case. Remember, Sanjay Raut is being produced in court number 54.